Hey, Jack Wipes, how y'all doing? So, yeah, I suppose there's been a couple questions, people wondering about that land that I was talking about buying. And that's why I don't like to say too much because, that, it's not looking good, I'll be honest with you. What happened was, first I had a little bit of resistance, on my end, actually, of getting the loan for it. And, I did though. I went out and I got the loan and I'm sitting on it right now. It's approved. Um, but then I called the guy up that's selling it and I said, "Hey, look, I got the money. Just want to ask a couple questions, and then probably go ahead and just pay for it. What you say? It's a personal loan, so basically you're paying like cash to the guy." And so Screwball never calls me up. When I first called him, he was supposedly driving on the road and he was going to call me later that day once he got back to his office. Never called. Waited 2 days. Called back. Got some woman. Said he was out right now. He'd call me later. Took my phone number. Took my email. Said he'd call back or email at least. Never did. Waited 3 days. Never heard a thing. Called back. Got his voicemail. Left another message. Left my information. Told him that I've got the money and I'm going to pay him cash. I just need to know a couple of things before I commit to it. Never called back. So I get the feeling he just decided not to sell. And as a matter of fact, I've looked since then on the internet where I found it to begin with, and it's not there for sale anymore. So I don't know. What do you get from that? Well, anyway, so I decided, I do want to buy something. So I set out, started looking. Well, since then I've found, oh, shit, 10, 11, maybe 12 places. One that I really like, but there's a little bit of a problem with it because it's an as is and sale, and I don't quite have the money. I would have to go get more money, and the bank doesn't want to do that for this. It's a foreclosed on home as is sale. It's a great deal, but they don't want to deal with that because just the way they do things. I could go to another bank and they would probably give me the money. Nah, I don't know. I'm sitting on the other loan. I've got that money. I'm sitting on it. And I'm wondering if maybe I should wait for something more, that I've already got the money for, not deal with the bank anymore. I don't like to deal with banks. I don't like to owe money, So the less money I owe, the better off I am in my perspective. But yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of different things, and I mean, I'm still going to get a place. I'm not going to live in the clubhouse forever. That's for darn sure. Keaton's real sick of it. Says it's boring here. The worst thing is it's a lot smaller than what we're used to. As you guys know, the last house we had was pretty big, and this is pretty small, and there's not a lot of room. So, uh, yeah, I don't know. I just thought I'd update you. No, I still haven't bought anything yet. Still looking. The possibilities are, well, they're not limitless, but there's so many. There's so much to look at, so much to think about. Uh, I'm just not one to jump into things, and I want to think it through and make sure that I make the best decision that I can make. Uh, until then, I mean, well, we're a little bored here sometimes, but we're pretty comfortable too. So, and that drive to work, an hour there, an hour back, it's 2 hours wasted every day. That really sucks. But other people have driven a lot further to work and back, and did it for a lot longer. I mean, I'm working on about 9 months of doing it now. Uh, I would like to be done with it after a year or less, but yeah, that's just what I'd like. Right now, I'm not real sure which way I'm going. looking at living in town. Sometimes that's nice. I really enjoyed living in Caldwell. But, Caddis and Caldwell, a lot different. Uh, there's some other little towns around there I like a little bit more, but they're not exactly Caldwell either. I really like Caldwell. And looking at living out of town, I'd really like that, but that can be really expensive, especially buying acreage. It's pricey. I don't know about wherever you're from out there, but here, the acreage, it costs you more than the freaking house. And, I don't know. It seems like a few years ago it wasn't that way. The house costed more than the acreage, but it's not like that now. And I suppose it's since the big oil boom, here in Ohio, all that oil, people getting little bits of money from their land. And that's another thing that I don't like buying a piece of land and they say I can't have the mineral rights after I pay for it. It's like, well, wait a minute, you're going to just sell me a little paper thin freaking piece of land that I can live on, but I can't own what's underneath it. Bad enough the government tells me I can't own what's above it, So it's like, gee whiz, maybe I just need to move to Thailand. I don't know. Someplace where I don't know. They're probably just as bad there. I don't know. Is there a country out there where they don't think they own everything under you, over you, and at each side? Is that a possibility? Could it happen? I think I need to change planets. I need to go back in time. That's what I need to do. Go way back in time. And I think I'd be a lot happier. And so would everybody around me. But, oh well, Anyways, that's where we stand right now. I just thought I'd update you, let you know there is going to be a meetup come September, first full week of September. I don't want anybody to miss it. Anybody that sees this video is invited. So you just come right on out there and get ready to hoop and holler and have some fun. I'm hoping to have a nice big hunk of land by then that we can go play on. I don't like to promise nothing. And I've been working on it though real hard. So anyway, thanks for watching, and y'all have a good one, and we'll see you next Tuesday, and that kind of stuff. Have a good week, everyone. Bye bye.